Hello there, welcome back to another video. Today I will talk about what I got for Valentine's Day this year. This year is actually very important because this is our first Valentine's Day as a married couple. So I wanted to remember this year. The gifts that I'm gonna mention are in two categories. The first one is accessories and the second group is books. The first gift that I got is this very beautiful bracelet, and it has little diamonds on it, which makes it a bit shiny but not too much. So I really liked it and I wear it every day since I got it. The second gift is this very beautiful brown watch. I've been looking for one for a while and I normally wear my smartwatch every day, but sometimes I get very disturbed when I'm giving lectures and I wanted something really simple. And also sometimes I forget to charge my smartwatch, and on these days I can't even see the time. So I wanted to get a classic, and I really like the gold details on it and also the brown leather. When I first unpacked it, I was a bit disappointed about the size, but when I put it on my wrist, I saw that this was the perfect size for my small wrists, and I'm really grateful for this choice. Now let's move on to second category, which are these three books. I want to go one by one because this is my first physical TBR of this year. I wasn't planning to buy any more physical copies of books since I have a Kindle and I'm reading really fast on it, but sometimes I want to turn the pages and feel the paper on my hand, and my husband knew about this, so he got me three very beautiful books. The first one is The Alchemist. It is a very popular book. It is also translated into Turkish and many Turkish people are reading and recommending it, but I didn't find any time to read it in the past, so I wanted to give it a try since it is a rather thin book, as you can see. I'm gonna read from the back cover because that's all I know about this book. It is the story of a shepherd from the Spanish region of Andalusia who dreams of traveling the world in search of a treasure as desirable as any ever found. From his home, he journeys to the exotic markets of North Africa and then into the Egyptian desert, where a fateful encounter with the alchemist awaits him. And it also says that this book is mostly about self-discovery, having this boy in the center of the story, and I think it's gonna be an easy read. The second book on my list is The Caraval. I don't know if I talked about it, but I've tried reading this on my Kindle in English, and I really enjoyed the other series by Stephanie Garber, which is Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I was really hopeful about Caraval too, but somehow I couldn't move on with the story and I couldn't understand what each character was doing, and I stopped reading it eventually. Then one day when I was surfing on Amazon, I saw a translated version of this book and its title didn't change. That's what I hate most when books are translated into Turkish. They just give them unrelated titles. Once Upon a Broken Heart is translated as A Broken Heart, so the tail part is completely gone. That's one of the reasons why I got Caraval in Turkish. I'm gonna give it a second chance. I hope it's gonna be okay this time because the whole series is translated in Turkish. If I can finish the first book, I can continue with the rest of the series. And the third book on my list is a very important masterpiece because this book is considered as the beginning of short stories in the world history, even before Shakespeare. This is the Decameron. This is Decameron. Allah Allah, I forgot all of my Italian. This is Decameron by Boccaccio, and we've studied this book, not the whole book, but some stories in it while I was studying Italian literature at university, and I really enjoyed from what I saw there. This is also one of the first examples of a frame story. There is some illness, I think, in the city, and a group of 10 people, 10 young people, try to get away from the city because they are rich and they don't have to work every day. So they hide somewhere outside of the city, and they are telling stories to entertain themselves. It takes them 10 days to finish these stories, and each day 10 stories are told. So this book consists of these 100 stories told here. However, I think I'm not gonna like this edition, because when I checked the first few pages of this, I saw so many notes from the translator. I feel like I'm drowning in too much information, because when we were reading these stories during our lectures, we weren't allowed to go check some information about a phrase, a word in it. We were just supposed to understand the background of the culture and the history of Italy. And there are so many footnotes at the end. That's what makes this book really big, actually. Also, the font used in this book is very small. I think this is gonna feel like some kind of encyclopedia. I'm gonna have to deal with this boredom. Also, I want to talk about the book that I'm currently reading, which is A Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I'm about 60% done with this, and I really enjoy it. At first, I was a bit worried that I wasn't gonna enjoy it, because I don't like this kind of fantasy books about magic, witches, etc. But the center of the story is not about the magical things that the witch does. It is about a witch called Mika Moon, and she is making videos online about her witchcraft. But she also needs to stay hidden. So there are so many people doing this kind of tricks on the internet. That's how she keeps herself safe without being discovered. And one day, a man realizes that she is a real witch and invites her over. She goes there, and she is offered a mission, a duty there. She is supposed to teach 3 young witches how to control their power and how to use them. But she has a very limited time until Christmas, because an important guest will be at their home, and she needs to do everything very fast. It is about Mika, who had spent her whole life in solitary, because when witches come together and stay in the same place, their magic creates something very big and is very dangerous for them. So she was alone when she was growing up, and up to that date. So this is the first time that she's seeing so many witches at the same place, and she is bonding with these little girls who are all also adopted. And Mika was adopted too, because there is a curse that kills the parent of that witch when they are born. It is a long story. You can see it when you read the book, and I really enjoyed it. Everything seems consistent up to this point, and hopefully I'm gonna finish this evening, because my Kindle says the time left in this book is 2 hours and 10 minutes. So if I can sit down and concentrate very well, I can finish it this evening. And after I finish reading The Secret Society of Witches, I'm gonna start reading The Alchemist, because it is a smaller book. so I can carry it around with me. And also I'm planning to annotate it so much. The back cover says it's about self-discovery, so I'm hoping to find some very good quotes in it. And that's it for this video. I really want to thank my husband in front of all of you for these very thoughtful gifts, and these gifts really show that we know each other pretty well, and I hope he likes what I got for him for Valentine's Day too. As usual, thank you for watching this video up to this point. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comment section below if you read any of the books that I mentioned in this video. And please don't hesitate to share your ideas. And I will see you in the next one.